Yo, we are back. It's your boy NuFace. Yo, we doing some historic things over here, man. Shout out to my team taping this, man. Y'all doing an excellent work. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Georgio, man. Shout out to all the brands tapping in.
Yeah,
but today, Atlanta is synonymous with creating their own genre. We talking about from the LaFace. We talking about bass. We talking about crunk. Talking about snap. Talking about trap. What other city can do all four of those genres in one city? But today, we got crunk movement in the building. We got Don P of Trillville. You know, never ever get on my level. We about to see what they up to. Let's go. Yo, we are back. I told you we had a very special guest, man. I was just telling the people, man, Atlanta is known for music and everything, right? And we've been on top for a long time.
Oh yeah.
But this is the city that created genres of music. We talk about from snap, we're talking about trap, we're talking about the bass, we're talking about all that. Then we talk about crunk music.
Yeah.
And when we talk about crunk music, this brother right here next to me has to be in that category. We got Don P of Trillville in the fucking building, man. Thank you for coming to Georgio.
Nah, for sure, man. For sure. You already know what it is.
Man, we talking about decades in, and then just last week I'm at the BET Awards. You guys are out there performing your songs, and then we go inside and there's another new artist who samples y'all song.
Yeah.
And y'all pop out.
Yeah.
How does that feel to see that, brother?
Man, I mean, it feels good. You know what I mean? Like, just so many artists just coming. I feel like that's how artists show, you know, how much they listen to you.
You embrace that.
Yeah, I embrace it. I feel like that's how they show, you know, they respect. You know what I mean? And what better way to show your respect than to put some check in my pocket? You know what I mean?
And bring you out.
You know, yeah. And Dolce cool, man. You know what I mean? She real cool people. You know what I'm saying?
Were you familiar with her before?
I actually was not, but once she sampled the record, I tapped into her catalog and checked out. And she dope, man. She real cool.
And talk about that, you know. So I've been a fan of Trillville, Scrappy, that whole movement and everything. But what I brought you here today is just talk about Don P, the producer, Don P, the artist, the Don P that, you know, not the group. Because I was just listening to your tapes, you know, there was a stint on Rap A Lot, I remember, but you had tapes. It was one that's been my favorite, man. It says, I dropped the same day as Drake did.
Yeah.
How dumb is that? and that's like low-key like a favorite project that I don't think even gets mentioned a lot.
Yeah.
But what did that take for you to put that together, and where was your mind state putting that project together, and what was that about?
When I dropped that project, I just wanted to, you know, show people who I was as a solo artist. You know what I mean? Because, you know, like I say, Atlanta has a lot of genres, and sometimes you can get caught up in the genre that you come out in, right? So, yeah, so I got stuck in the crunk box. So my whole purpose was, let me show people who I am outside of the crunk box. Like, I'm trying to climb out of this box, you know what I mean? So that's what inspired the project, and that's why it sounds the way it sounds. You know what I mean? So
because you were shouting out like Scotty ATL, and I was like, because we didn't get that before, because you can't really say all those words. And
shout out to Scotty ATL, man. Like he was grinding when we was grinding, and you know, and it's the weirdest thing, but we kind of the same age. But I used to look up to them. Wow, you know, his Scotty P.I. and Who I Be I, the song he had, and it was like crazy hot, you know, back in the day. And so yeah, that's just crazy how you know, full circle that came around.
And speaking of the group members as well, what's the order that you met the guys?
Well, me and LA from Decatur, so we both met in elementary school.
Wow.
And then we lost contact, and then I met Dirty Mouth in high school, and then I failed math one year by literally like 1 point. I had a 69.
No curve. They didn't give
it. Yeah, she failed me with a 69, bro. So I had to go to summer school, and first person I see in summer school is LA, and then that's how we link back up.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Man, I usually take a sip of a Rap Star energy drink, but today, just because you're on here, I brought some, because the brother's got a song called "Get Some Crunk in Your System."
Oh, absolutely.
So I brought this out. You know what I'm saying? And you guys, man, even the Millennium Tour, the tour you guys went on Bow Wow, you guys were across the America, man, doing shows in different cities. How was that feeling to be in different cities and see the fans that y'all, you know, molded and create still pulling up and popping out, man?
Number love, dog. It was just so much love, and it was really cool to see because you know a lot of the times, you know, we do a lot of club dates and you know stuff like that, and you know it may be like 1,000, 1,500 people, but to see arenas and everybody just going, it's just straight pandemonium, you know what I mean? And people were so excited to see us. And we had a blast. We was acting a fool the whole time.
I was watching on the phone until the Atlanta show, and then I watched the Atlanta show.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, man, just to be a part of that involvement with, I guess, the intro, when I got beat up by Scrappy, I put this in the clip.
No, facts.
Don P stole my shit, man, and I said I'm gonna get it back on him. But man, just to be a part of that in that lineage. But even for my guy Peso, I remember back in the day, just them being at video shoots, and I was just waiting in the car and seeing y'all movement from the very beginning. But to see you guys get the flowers now, like more recently, months ago, the Crunk versus Snap.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
that
saying,
Crunk versus Snap.
Ring.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was like, I was, you know, when you get on up and you have to recreate ways to just, you know what I mean, turn up. Yeah. So it just came across my desk. I had already thought about it for a while and ran it past a few people, but we went on the show, and my dude, shout out to what's his name? Joke Boy Sosa.
Oh, yeah.
And he said something about it, so I was like, okay, great minds think alike. And then I was like, you know what? Let me put this into motion. And then that's how that all came about.
Then we popped up on Parlay Show in the apartment.
Yes, sir.
Months later.
Yeah. So we was.
What out? Trillville, Crime Mob, Scrappy.
Yeah.
They made that crunk sound solidify like, boy, that motherfucker here.
Yeah.
So what we was doing, we were the ones who was actually like promoting for the fight. Like it was a Crunk versus Snap fight. So you was all in the middle of it. Joe Boy Sosa in the middle of it. Parlay was in the middle of it. So so it was real dope, man.
Now we just needed it on that bigger audience because with the show, that show itself was great. We was on the bank, on Bankhead.
Yeah.
It went down, and in my opinion, man, Crunk won.
Hey, but you know, of course. I didn't even think that was even a question. You know what I mean?
So I brought a couple things out, and this is a gift for you because you know one of my favorite songs is Get Some Cut. So, I'm sure you appreciate that.
Oh, this hard right here.
That looks like the song is playing in the background. Just in my head when I seen it, I said that sounds like Some Cut is playing in the background.
Yeah, absolutely.
But speaking about Some Cut, man, the R.I.P. Cuddy Cartel. But talk about that. Besides, I was the one that they sampled with the bed squeaking. That was my bed, but I don't want to talk about that. But besides that, how was that song come about and being a part of that legacy?
Man, it was crazy, man. John came up with the beat. Now keep in mind there was no bed squeak in the beginning. So John came up with the beat, and we just liked it off the rip. You know what I mean? He gave us a beat with like 100 beats on it.
Oh wow!
There's a CD with like 100 beats on it, and we picked that one out of 100 beats.
Yeah,
those are one of the ones we picked, and we just got to going on it. The hook came, and then while we in the middle of recording, we just kept hearing this squeaky sound, and we like, man, what is that in the beat? Like, what is that? You know, we used to tell everybody it was us, and we threw the recorder under there. You know what I'm saying? But it was John, and every time he shook his head, the chair would squeak. And we was just losing our mind trying to figure out where that sound was coming from, you know. And then when we finally figured it out, we was like, "Oh no!" So we mic'd the chair up, and then John did it again, and that's what the best.
And I read, I think recently, I brought this out, but I remember reading about how there was kind of some thoughts about you guys doing Some Cut because it wasn't Crunk,
right?
And you were saying that Little John had lovers and friends, so. It's only right that we can do something for the ladies, right?
Yeah, because our audience, even though we were doing Crunk, Crunk records and Get On My Level and stuff like that, our audience was like 70% female. You know what I'm saying? So we was like, man, we gotta do something for the ladies, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the ladies was pulling up to the shows, they was waiting at the hotels, they was everywhere. You know what I mean? So I seen it, man. These chicks had like Get On My Level on their cars. Like painted, everything, right? So we was like, we gotta do something for the ladies. So that's why we picked that slow down. Yeah, we was like, let's slow it down one time. So we used to call it bedroom crunk.
Oh,
so that's that bedroom crunk, jumping off the dresser. You know what I mean?
And also, I got a playlist. It's on an old computer, but I took a playlist of all songs that had bed squeak. Because remember, Wale reused it.
Yep.
Slim Thug, like it's about 8 songs that use a bed squeak in their song.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of
y'all influence that.
No, that's a fact. No, it's a lot because I mean it has to all come through my disc. You know what I mean?
So I got this right here. Now, how early is this in you guys' careers, man?
Oh snap! This right here. Hold on.
This 2005.
Oh, right here. Oh, damn! I'm looking over here.
No, not the small picture.
Yeah, we on the big picture. Oh, this is.
Man.
Oh man, yeah. So my dreads are not even dreads. Those are twists. So this is like 2003, 2004. Wow.
And them boys got them grills.
Oh yeah, them grills. So this is
where
the
did
thing.
you get your grills from?
So I got my grill from the east side at the flea market on Moore Drive. Oh. That's where we used to all get ours from.
Man,
but it was a requirement when we was coming up. You couldn't do a show if you didn't have your grill. Like you couldn't do the show. So that was like my requirement. Like, man, if you lose your grill, I'd be like, bro, you can't. I'm not picking you up. I'm not picking you up for the show, bro. Everybody got to be grilled out for the show, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we always had our grills.
And how tall? I wonder how tall. This picture doesn't go down, but that looked like it probably was a tall tee, huh?
Oh no, that's definitely a tall tee. That's definitely a white tee.
Now, where did you go to get your? So we here at Georgio's too, as well, man. So coming up, where was Don P shopping for his clothes? Where did he come? You know, where were you shopping at as a kid? High school, even before rap. Where were you shopping at or getting your clothes?
Oh, that's a good question. I was a really big fan of FUBU.
FUBU.
So I had to have all the FUBU.
Platinum with the fat
and before FUBU, we could go Polo.
Yeah,
of course, Polo, Tommy, and Nautica was like the thing. Yeah. The prep look. They had the prep look. And then
because you east side, right?
Yeah, I'm east side. So we prep. You know, we had the tucked in shirts, had a belt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then FUBU, platinum FUBU, all that type of stuff.
What about shoes? What shoes?
Jordans. It was always Jordans for me.
Jordan, from the gate.
Yeah, I always wore Nikes and Jordans.
Okay. Yeah. Now, when did you remember like your first? Was it your parents shopping for you? Then you transition to your own, or were you always really picking out your own stuff?
Well, you know, once you get in high school, you know, you picking out all your stuff. You know, in high school, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah.
And so I got something else. You know, one of my favorite things as well is pulling out some gems. And I just go in the joint, and I always just love looking up y'all name. And again, you know, I pull this out.
Oh yeah.
And we talk about this. You see that where y'all was placed at, right? And then we come here.
Oh yeah.
And we got the boards right there again.
Oh yeah. Now this right here
2005 must have been y'all year. Yeah. That's the same year as that. And those same twists.
Same twists.
And what you just said, them Jordans.
Absolutely. Nah, that's a fact.
So now do you remember where this photo shoot was taken at?
This in the city. I don't remember exactly where it's at, but
that's
damn. It's in the city.
Oh no,
it's
Is it over about
I can't remember where it's at.
Oh, by Centennial Park, because they said it was over there in the back where that football stadium. Because Fabo was telling me, but
yeah, it might have been
back there. Look
at the baggy pants, all that.
Man, then
that's coming back, by the way. My son is like 18 and he wears baggy clothes. I'm like, what in the world?
We got this brother right here. And you know, you always show love.
Oh,
so this is a gift for me and you, man, so you can frame and just show as well.
Yes, sir.
But we got the guys right here once again, man. This had to be y'all
2006 right here, or 5.
05. So that was y'all year where y'all was doing all the press.
Oh, yeah. So this Gucci Man, Jeezy, all them. Yeah.
And then we go right here. We got the, you know, almost first of its kind.
Oh yeah.
And right now you can go on streaming sites. I heard, you know, you got this on the streaming site.
Yes.
But also I brought this out because I do want to talk about, you were part of a legendary label as well, and I just wanted to talk about that situation. How did that come about? Or I remember Don P as a producer for Rap A Lot. Was that the case?
Yeah. So I had so I always made beats. Of course, I made the Get On My Level beat. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people don't know that because on the Get On My Level beat, we put Lil Jon on there as the producer. Now the reason we did that was because I was like, hey man, if Lil Jon, if they say Lil Jon made it, you know what I'm saying? It's out of here, because that was back in the day before it was, you know, 5-6 people on a beat. You know, it was only one, one person.
Everybody wanted their credit.
Exactly. So I mean, I got all the percentages for it, but I was like, John, you gotta put your name on here. So he put his name on Get On My Level, but I actually made the beat.
Wow.
And I made beats for Gucci Man and Young Jock, Single Bottle Pop.
Please look up the production credits, please.
Yes, sir. Fable. I did some stuff with Kendrick Lamar and J Rock. So yeah, so I was making beats a lot, and then I had my group Trill Town Mafia.
That's what, yeah.
So Trill Town Mafia was signed to Rap A Lot Records. So what happened was we had this little thing with Pimp C and about the Trill thing.
Okay.
So Don B called me and he told me what Trill meant. He was like, it's when people do their bids in Port Arthur 15 years plus and they don't snitch. And he was like, they say, oh, that's Trill.
That's Trill.
So I didn't know that. Our version of Trill was 3 times as real. In the city, in the hood, in the state, we're gonna be 3 times as real because it was 3 of us.
Yeah.
So when he told me that, I went on this show and I was like, you know, you gotta listen to the OGs, blah blah. Don B told me, blah blah blah. So everything cool, you know what I mean? And so Jay Prince reached out and he was like, yo, that what's up? You know, that's some real stuff. And I was like, hey, yo, I got this group I'm trying to push. And we flew out to Houston. I met with him. He was like, let's do it. And then it was the rest is history. You know what I mean? Man. I flew out, talked to Pimp C at the Get Throw video shoot when he got out of jail. Wow. And he was like, man, I'm glad to see you out and all that stuff. Yeah, the Pimp, he was like, he looked at me, he was like, now see, that's Trill. Now these other folks gonna have to shit up. And I was like, boom. And that was it. And everybody was like, okay, cool. Because everybody was around because everybody knew about the situation. So they was like, that's what's up. Boom. Case closed. Yeah. You know what I mean?
They waiting for some swinging, but they seen
man, he was too fresh, man. Yeah. He had the big fur coat on, man. I was just happy to see him because, of course, I'm a huge fan of UGK. Like, you know what I mean? So, but you know, that's Uncle Pimp, man. He gonna let you know what's happening. You feel me? R.I.P. the Pimp.
So, recently, you know, celebrating 50 years of hip hop, and you guys part of a genre, like I said. But when we talk about 50 years of hip hop, and Atlanta has made an impact on it because we got at least 40 years of music. You know, you go back to Mojo, first rapper on the radio, that goes back. But when we talk about 50 years of hip hop, Atlanta, and crunk music, what would the legacy that you would want? So when we get to 75, that we can remember what Trillville meant to Atlanta music and crunk music and Atlanta and just hip hop in period, because y'all got to be part of that conversation.
No, for sure. And it was, you know, it's a lot of people before us that was really pushing on the door, knocking on the door, that had big hits, you know, that brought the world to Atlanta. And I just think, you know, our part was when I went to Clark, Atlanta University. CAU. Shout out CAU. I had roommates from Minnesota. I had roommates from New York. I had roommates from Houston. And I had roommates from Chicago. Wow. And I used to play Camp all day in there. You know what I'm saying? Baby D, Sammy Sam, all that, right? And they loved it. So when I left Clark, I was like, okay, our type of music, the club music, not the, you know, the Goody Moms and Outkast, you know, those are super talented, you know, that's music. You know, I'm talking about just club music. You know, I was like, why don't our music get the attention that Outkast music gets and Goody Mob music and, you know, all these big artists around Atlanta. So when I went to Vince Phillips, shout out to Vince Phillips, yes sir, the lawyer for BME at the time and the CEO, I told him, I said, look, I said, man, people say our music dope, you know what I mean? I was like, he was like, all right, well, let's put it. I said, bro, I got to be on Def Jam or a big label. I said, I don't want to be independent. I said, our music, this type of music deserves a big record deal. Like it deserves to be on a label. Because they weren't signing acts like, or if they did sign, not the major. So when they did sign, let's just say Sammy Sam, for instance, he changed the sound to Stepdaddy. Or when they did sign Pastor Troy, he Timberland, he changed his chain switch. So I said, no, I want to be signed to a big label with the same sound that we have in the club that all these folks going crazy about. So long story short, we ended up signing to Warner Brothers. Once it was successful on Warner Brothers, then all the big labels came and was like, oh, well, let's sign Scrappy. Oh, let's sign Crime Mob. Oh, well, we can sign Franchise. Oh, we can sign D4L. And that's how that whole thing started. You know what I'm saying? Because we kicked the door in as far as big labels. Most people were happy just being local. We wasn't.
Independent for the city.
Yeah, we wasn't. I wanted to get up out of here because I knew people liked that music outside of Atlanta.
And so moving to now, we're in 2023 and we evolve and the music has changed. You know, what are you listening to now or liking now from the newer artists, or is there any person or artists out there that you think are keeping the crunk alive, just the energy, not even just the genre, but the energy alive? Is there artists out here that you think are doing that?
All of them. Everybody
Right.
turned out. Like everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody run out on stage, they jumping around,
Right.
the crowd going
The females
crazy.
too, right?
Yeah, the females too. The females running the game right now.
Tell them about it, man.
I mean, they going crazy right now, but I like all the new artists, man. I listen to all the new stuff, as well as the old stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's just a big gumbo of stuff, you know what I mean? So that's how Atlanta always been. You know what I mean? Just like, for instance, we walk so Travis Porter can run, so Travis Porter ran so Migos can fly. And the Migos, and somebody gonna come after Migos and they gonna soar. You know what I mean? Man. So that's what Atlanta always been about, man. Just growth and just steady going up and up.
Man, and just y'all legacy. Lately, y'all been getting y'all flowers as well, proclamations. But moving forward, what's next for Trillville and that movement?
Well, right now we got the Trillville Scrappy 2 on the way, so y'all be on the lookout for that. Trillville Scrappy 2. Also, we just doing a lot of touring, man. We just doing a lot of touring, new music and a lot of touring. We got the movie coming out as well. I wrote the script. It's called Crunkville.
Right.
So yeah. So we got the whole movement written out in the script. So shout out to K Singleton and AZ as well. Okay. They helped me write it and stuff.
And you've been doing some gaming too in the past.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So
the whole fan base.
Yeah. So just my streaming. I'm actually revamping and about to like really go hard on that. Okay. So yeah, man, everything, man.
I love seeing like, you know, T Grizzly has been on there streaming. King, Tipson, you know, and artists they making OJ the Juice Man and T like on the game, whole music aside, and they making
millions, bro. So that's why I was like, what? I've been gaming forever.
Gaming forever. So and also evolution and doing new things. Young Scrappy was in the wrestling ring. Yeah. And yourself, you hopped in and helped your boy out. So talk about what that felt like to be like in a real wrestling ring and helping your boy out.
Man, that was the funniest experience, man. Cause Scrappy like a Renaissance man. Like he like, I don't care. I'm gonna do everything. I don't care what it is. You know what I'm saying? So when I got a chance to do the wrestling with him, bro, like it was just I was just there just to watch. I was like, bro, please, just give me a part, bro. You know what I'm saying?
In that ring, I couldn't even see you just touching the mat. Like he was excited to be there.
Facts, dog. My childhood dream came true, bro. Like every dude, you know, want to do that. You know what I mean?
That's why I made my day. Cause again, I booked him to perform, and then I seen that manifest from that. And he told me the same thing. He said, "I grew up on wrestling. Like he just manifested a whole childhood dream."
Nah, facts.
And I still just got to be a part, just to watch it. And I'm like, this is fucking crazy. Then I seen it go viral, and then we seen other rappers hop in the wrestling ring. And then I had to remind, because they saw Kevin Gates, they saw Snoop, and they like, oh, I said, no, you got to rewind a little bit back. Scrappy, at least for this generation, it was Scrappy that started it. Because I think Trina was most recently got in the ring. So, I mean, you guys are trendsetters as well. And I just want to, we're going to tap out of here, but let the people know where they can reach you at and follow you at online, my brother.
Hey, man, y'all can follow me online at Don P Trillville IG. I think it's Don P Trillville across the board, man. So, Don P Trillville, yes, sir.
And lastly, what I'm going to pull out, man, is something that was special. You know what I'm saying? I forgot to get Gip, but I got to make sure I get you to sign y'all's, man. We got the
man, this is my this has got to be my favorite, like, picture. I got it framed and everything. It's on my wall in the studio. Like, this is Atlanta right here, bro. Like,
and it's my goal to get, you know, you see I got Tip, Jeezy, Jermaine Dupri, I got Sam, and I got
you got everybody.
I got Troy, I got Crime,
I got
Dro. Catch him, get the mic. But it would be an honor if we get you to just bless that, because you guys are right there. You guys are right there.
Yes, sir.
And that looks like that's the photo from the magazine.
It is.
Recently, brother. So, you know, continue success
with the white tee on. I'm gonna have to hear that from Parlay. You know where you got that from? I'm gonna have to hear that from Franchise. Yes, sir.
It's that Don P though.
Yes, sir. Don P, baby. Yes, sir.
Love and respect. Thanks for coming in, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all for having me. Yes, sir. Let's get it. Hey, y'all already know who it is, man. It's your boy Don P Trillville. And I'm on NuFace with NuStyle. Wait, I'm with NuFace on NuStyle. Let's get it. Yeah.